Hi, I'm Jenna Gearing, 5-time distance state champ from White County High School, and this is BLITZ.
Joining us now on BLITZ is Sam Borg, 6th-year head coach of the White County cross-country team. Sam, always appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Brian, thank you. Appreciate you guys covering us like usual.
Yeah, I enjoy it. You know, this year's going to feel kind of different, though, for obvious reasons. You depart with, no doubt, the best to ever go through White County in the sport of cross-country, and Jenna Gearing. Not so much focusing on the part that she's gone now, but how important is it with the legacy that she left for this program?
Yeah, you put it really well. Obviously, we're losing the best runner we've ever had, but her spirit is definitely still with us, at least for this next year. You know, 3 or 4 years from now, some of those kids won't have run with Jenna. They won't know kind of the character of who she is. But these kids that are running now, they got to run with her, so they saw her work ethic. They kind of feel her spirit still with them, and you know, they know how to train, they know how to race and prepare for a race because they all watched and learned from the best. So she's still with us.
Yeah, and she seemed like she kind of passed that torch a little bit to Jalen Alexander. She had a phenomenal freshman year. What are you expecting out of her? How has she been able to build on what she was able to accomplish last year?
Yeah, I think Jenna did a great job. Like you said, she kind of knew that Jalen was going to kind of take over. So Jalen finished 4th in the state in cross country and also in the 3200 in track as a freshman, which was really good in 4A. A lot of really good competition. So she had a really good summer. She looks really strong right now. So hopefully we can just keep her healthy. She's going to have a really good year. And it's fun to see her, even as a sophomore, to start to try to take on some of that leadership stuff. Absolutely. That Jenna did. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what are you expecting overall out of your girls this year with that big transition?
Yeah, it's going to be fun, I think, because people that don't know a lot about the sport, they think, well, Jenna's gone, so they're not going to be as good. But we actually have potential to probably be the best that we ever have been before, just with our pack. So we have 3 impact freshmen coming in that people don't know about yet, and Rachel Gearing, who's Jenna's sister, is coming back from an ACL injury last year, and have a couple of returning runners. So our pack actually this season should be stronger than last year, and that's what the sport's all about. So hopefully the girls will be able to carry on the tradition. That's
great to hear that, especially with some incoming freshmen. It sounds like you're set up for the long haul on the girls' side. So let's kind of transition and talk about the boys a little bit. What are you expecting out of that group this year?
Yeah, the guys, we had our fastest team that we ever had in school history last year. A lot of good group. I think we graduated 6 guys to our top 8 or 9. So with Tristan Birdie is our number 1 coming back. He's a senior this year, and he ran deep into the 16 several times for 5K, so he's going to be strong. And the rest of our pack is kind of younger guys that have potential, but they're not there yet. So I'm hoping with the guys we'll be one of those teams that at the beginning of the year maybe not too impressive, but by the time region gets here, I think they'll be running really well, and we'll have a good shot at trying to get back to state.
Yeah, and you'll have kind of a bit of a litmus test. If I'm not wrong on this, and correct me if I am, on the 25th of this month, I believe, is when you kick things off with a meet at Athens Academy. Those are teams that are going to be there include Buford and Grayson, and then, of course, White County in the mix. What's it like going to be putting your team up against that stiff competition?
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. That meet is a really good warm-up meet. They actually only run 3K that day, which is about 2 miles. So it's really hot, and they're not quite running 5K yet. It's just a really good way to kick off our season. And they run it actually as a relay. So there's teams of 4, and boys and girls are on the same team. So we'll have 2 girls and 2 guys together. And they run 3K, and then they pass a bracelet off to a teammate. So it's just a fun way to kind of change it up to start the season off, an exciting way to try to kind of race as a team. And then our first 5K will be at Chester T the week after that. So, yeah, like you said, competition will help us out early.
Yeah, that's interesting too. I didn't know that they did meets that way. That does make it seemingly more fun. Last question for you, and then I'll let you go. But you know, if you were going to look ahead to the end of the season and know that potentially both your boys and girls could obtain a region title, what do you feel like is the key to make that happen?
Yeah, I think for us it's going to be mentally not being afraid of challenging the tops in the region. The way that the reclassification shook out was not real good for cross-country for us. We're in the same region as Marist, who's been nationally ranked the last several years and won several state titles in a row. We're also at Blessed Trinity in our region, and Chester T and West Hall are pretty good cross-country programs. So we're going to try to shoot for the top, shoot for the stars. I told our girls that if you aim to beat Marist, and you don't beat them, then you're shooting for number one. So we could get second and third in the region and go get second and third in the state.
Sure.
If you raise your bar and you're trying to beat that best competition that there is out there.
Absolutely. You said it very well. So thank you again so much for your time. Really appreciate it as always, and look forward to checking in with you somewhere down the line throughout the season.
Yep. Sounds good. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.